Happy Monday, Antelope Valley. I hope everyone is well and that you had a pleasant weekend. I'm Mark Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Troth Realtors, bringing you the October 6th, 2025 Antelope Valley real estate market update. As I like to point out every week, week in and week out, we take a look at exactly what's going on in our local real estate market here in the Antelope Valley. Often our statistics, our market data gets lumped in with Greater Los Angeles County, Southern California, and our market is definitely unique unto itself. Like to provide a trusted local resource for property owners and residents, potential buyers, potential sellers to go to and follow along is to see what's going on here in our market. Before we get into this week's statistics, I also like to point out that they are courtesy of the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors MLS system. So where do we start the first full week in October? Is that listings currently on the market, 1,119, down 5.4% from last week when we were at 1,183. So what are we seeing? Let's go ahead and chat about this just real quick. Is that we are seeing a number of properties that have been on the market 60, 75, 90 days, sometimes longer. And the sellers are deciding instead of taking price cuts on those properties. We've come through the summer market heading into the fall and the holidays. And so we're seeing a number of properties just removed from the market. Sellers more or less saying, yeah, I really didn't need to sell. If I could get a certain price point, I would sell. So let's go ahead and take it off the market. Let's revisit it sometime in the spring, see what the market's doing then. And so, that is a lot of the reason that we're seeing some of that reduction in inventory. Pretty good drop this last week down to that 1119 figure. Pendings up from 410 last week to 412, so less than a 1% increase. So we are still seeing, some buyer activity, pretty decent buyer activity. The cut in interest rates stimulated some of that. We're hoping for another cut in that federal rate, the Fed rate. So hopefully we'll start to see some of that affect mortgage rates over the next couple of weeks and more buyer activity. So we're last week, the week of September 29th through yesterday, October 5th, we had 91 new listings come on the market. That's down from the week prior when we were at 93, so 2.2% down. Median list price, a little bit of a tick up from 475 to 485. New properties into escrow, pretty good bump here. Prior week, we were at 65. That week of September 29th through yesterday, 78 properties. So that's where I was talking about that we are seeing some decent buyer activity. So that's a nice jump of 20%. Median number of days those properties were on the market were 45. So that's plus 5 days from where we were the week before. Properties that closed escrow last week, 58, so no change from the week prior. And that median sales price up 2.7% to 475 from 465, once again, the week prior. So as I explained, we're not seeing a big increase in inventory. We are seeing some new houses come on the market, but we're also seeing sellers, as I said, instead of being on the market through the fall market, the holidays, we are seeing some of those pull back. I believe we're going to continue to see some good buyer activity, especially if we get that second rate cut in a row in October. Last week, pretty decent as it showed, a 20% increase in properties that went into escrow. So, but as always, if there's any other statistic, any other market information you might need, by all means, please do not hesitate to reach out to myself or any of our other trusted associates here at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Troth Realtors, where we have proudly been serving the Antelope Valley real estate market since 1957. All right, everybody, take care. Make it a great week, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.